On this day, I went to Isetan to buy some elusive and quite popular snacks. This Isetan is located in Shinjuku Sanchome. So I took a metro to come here. Now, this is a Shinjuku Sanchome station and not a Shinjuku station itself. So if you do come here, know that there are like 3 or 4 different Shinjukus, so be mindful. We are underground at the moment, and from here you can access Marunouchi Line, Fukutoshin Line, and Toei Shinjuku Line. After trying to figure out where I was, there it was, the escalator to Isetan. At the end of this very small escalator, there is an entry to Isetan. Now, this is one of the many entries. Isetan is considered a high-end department store. On the right is the stairs leading up to the ground floor, and on the left here is the entry. And in front of me, there are around 8 people already lining up. And this, I believe, was around 30 minutes before the opening time. I was gonna get some snacks called Bizcocho by Fukusaya. So it's kind of like a crispy castella. And it's only available in this store on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Anyway, if or when you come to Japan, especially Tokyo, expect to line up to things, or make sure you reserve places that you really want to go, and if they don't take reservations, arrive rather early. Around 20 minutes before the opening time, a security came out and put us in a line of 2s and put a divider on the right hand side. It was placed to ensure that there was a line and avoid overcrowding at the entry point. I didn't record it, but when I turned around, there were around 20 people lining up as well. Behind me was the cutoff point. What I mean by that is there was a gap behind me to ensure people can, easily go through. And the line continued on the right hand side of the steps and went around the corner. One thing I am proud to say is that us Japanese, we are good at queuing. When I went to a popular ramen shop the other day, we were lining up outside, but the shop presented a map on how to line up properly to ensure that we weren't blocking the footpath. Also, I never really feared anyone cutting in Japan. It's a nice feeling. You can hear the sound of the ambulance because up the steps on the right is the outside. It's fascinating to see all these places are interconnected with each other. Even though it's convenient, if you're new here, it might be difficult for you to adjust to all these exit points and all these maze-like underground passages. And Shinjuku is one of the worst. Also, before opening, I think 5 minutes before opening, there was an announcement as a speaker directly above us to say that thank you for lining up and waiting patiently, and the store will be open in about a few minutes. And here comes the people who will open up the doors. And the race begins. By the way, I did have a map in my head on where I should be going, but there was a lot of guessing. I knew those treats will sell out really quickly, so I tried to not waste any time. I was also aware of other entry points to this floor, so even though I was there around 8th in this line, there was no guarantee that I will get to where I wanted to quickly, because others could get there before me. Looking at the floor map now, I can see that there are 5 other entry points. I think I looked at this map the night before and thought this entry is closest to where I wanted to go. I didn't anticipate people coming down from upstairs though. And here comes the bell to signify that it's opening. At this moment, I was following everyone else because I thought everyone was going for the same snacks that I was going for. And these people started to rush because they saw people already lining up, and popular things run out really quickly. At this point, I was extremely confused because the shop that I was kind of going for had no one lining up, and this place on the other side had so many people lining up, and I thought, did I get something wrong here? Should I be lining up here? I didn't know where I was going. I couldn't find the snacks that I was looking for. Then that lady in white decided to pick that up, and I thought, oh goodness, there it is. And here is me taking 3 of them. And as you can see, I think 5? Oh, okay, I'm a bit greedy. Sorry. But I had been lining up forever, so, you know, I think I deserve 5. Yeah. The lady on the left, you can't see, put down around 5 or 6, I believe. And she said, I'm going to be lining up in the other one, but could you reserve these so I can come back and purchase them? So I was like, oh, wow. She is committed. In Japan, we like to make effort to buy things that are rare or just something different. So these treats are one of those things. What I'm purchasing right now is castella, but very crispy because it's been double baked. Castella, or castella, is a kind of wagashi, a Japanese traditional confectionery, developed in Nagasaki. Luckily, I was able to get hold of 5, so I could give some away and sign for my... Oh my goodness, there are so many people lining up. Wow. I'm glad I came early, and I'm glad I came to buy these, not the other one. I have no idea what the other one was selling. Looking at this footage, I feel sad. Sorry for the other confectionery shops because no one's lining up for them. The lady said, "Kowake no fukuro o tsukemasu ka?" As in, would you like a spare bag? Kowake means to divide, or in this case, separate into smaller portion. The lady saw that I bought 5, so she assumed, correctly, that I'll be giving these away to someone else. Hence why she offered an extra bag. Thank you, lady, for asking me again, because I did end up giving some to one of my friends. Because it's a rather fancy, high-end department store, the paper bags are fancy as well. Fancy treats deserve fancy bags. And that was my purchase of the day and of the year, perhaps. It was rather exciting. It was energetic. There was a lot of sense of competitiveness to buy snacks. But yeah, it was quite a unique experience. Hey oi! I hope you learned something new today, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, I almost forgot. Happy belated New Year of 2024. Ka kite anō!